Once again, I am Imad P. Sango, and this is the continuations of Miss Melanie Sarafudin report, which is the nanosensor. And this time, let us discuss the full figures of nanosensors, of course, the applications in various fields, and the applications in nanosensors. First, nanosensors have unique properties that make them powerful tools in technology and science because of the unique properties ng mga nanosensors is very applicable siya when it comes sa science and technologies. Specifically sa environment natin and the medicine. Okay, so let us proceed to the figures of nanosensors. Okay, number one, we have the very high sensitivity. Okay, nanosensor is very high sensitivity due to their nanometer dimension. According to the definition, say that nanosensors can detect minimal chemical or physical substance concentrations change. These figures make them suitable for applications such as early detections of diseases and environmental pollutions. Of course, because of this unique characteristic ng isang nanosensor na kaya nilang i-detect yung kahit gaano kaliit na changes or pagbabago ng isang substance in physicals or chemical or physical sa isang area or sa isang bagay is ito yung nagbibigay sa kanila ng parang signature na sila itong mga nanosensor na ito is very usable and very applicable sa pagdetect or pagkuha ng informations sa isang substance kung nagbago ba ito or tumaas ba ito or bumaba. Okay. So matatopic natin yung mga example mamaya yung sa medical and environmental. Okay? So let us proceed to the number 2, which is the ito pala. Sa medical or sa diseases is ang example nito is the cancer marker detections. Specialized biosensors can identify biomarker associated with various cancers such as the prostate specific anti-agents. So yan example yan siya ng isang detections or biosensor pala para sa cancer. Malalaman natin kung anong uri ng cancer yung tutubo sa isang tao. Kung breast cancer ba, breast cancer, siya, or another type of cancer. Okay? Next is the small dimensions. Ito yung isa pa sa characteristic and unique figures ng isang nanosensor. Small dimensions, their sensors nanometer size allow them to be embedded in limited space and complex systems. These figures is crucial in making small portable device and biomedical applications such as work and restricted environments. So ang mga example nito is yung mga smartwatch natin na ginagamit natin. As you can see in our smartwatch is mayroon tayong mga nanosensor dyan which is nadidetect niya kung ilan yung heart rate natin, ilan yung sugar sa katawan natin. So yan yung mga examples ng mga nanosensor natin. So next one we have, okay, so this is the this is the example of that. Yeah. Next one, we have the high accuracy. Nanosensors are highly accurate in identifying molecular target due to the molecule-solid interactions and nanostructures materials such as the carbon, nanotubes, and metal nanoparticles. These can identify specific molecules and complex and highly interfering environment. Okay, ang example nito is for examples is sa isang substance ay sa water na lang. Sa water there is a different substance doon. So, itong si nanosensor, nagagamitin natin pang detect doon is malalaman niya, ma-identify niya yung difference na substance na nandun sa tubig na yun. So, kung may case man na sumakit ang tiyan ng mga estudyante dito sa Cotabato State University, tapos i-detect natin or kukuha yung mga doktor ng sample ng tubig dyan sa kung saan yung pinakukuha na natin ng tubig. Tapos doon malalaman nila yung ano yung sanhi, ano yung substance na nandun sa tubig. Why? Bakit yung mga estudyante is sumakit yung tiyan nila? Bakit yung iba is ganito, ganyan ang nararamdaman? So with that, this nanosensor is very effective tools para malaman natin kung ano nga ba talaga yung dahilan kung bakit tayo nakakaroon ng sakit due to the different substance na natitake natin or mga chemicals, ganyan. Next naman is high stability. Many nanosensors have a long-term stability due to their unique structure and can maintain their performance in harsh and diverse environmental conditions. Okay. Yung mga nanosensor kasi natin is very siya. Yung kahit, di ba, yung kahit tumakbo ka dyan, tumakbo is accurate pa rin yung binibigay niya na sagot. Just like yung smartwatch natin. Diba, kapag kukunin mo yung high blood pressure mo or yung kapag kukunin mo yung kapag kukunin mo yung heart rate mo, kahit tumakbo ka pa dyan, tapos ibibigay pa rin niya yung accurate information na kukunin mo. Kasi stable siya. Kahit anong gawin mo, kung ano yung information na madidetect niya, yun pa rin yung ibibigay niya. Kaya very unique siya. Next one, we have the high sensitivity. Okay. Nanosensors can accurately distinguish target molecules from similar molecules, increasing their high sensitivity to the unique designs and due to nanostructures materials. So, para lang i-combine yung kanina na dalawa, which is high sensitivity siya. And because of their high sensitivity, because of their high detections sa mga different substance or materials, is nasiseparate niya yung difference. Kung ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba ng bacteria sa ganito, ganyan, ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba ng carbon sa ganito. So, with that, is very helpful siya sa atin kasi nasa specific natin yung mga substance na makikita natin sa isang product. Naintindihan? Next one is ability to integrate with electrons and digital system. Okay, dito naman is, yung mga nanosensor kasi natin is very maliliit lang siya. So, because of their maliliit lang siya is pwede natin siyang i-combine sa isang digital or electron. Why? Because kapag i-combine natin siya, mas madali na lang natin makukuha yung information na kinukuha natin. Kasi yung information na galing kay nanosensor is i-analyze ni digital. Kapag na-analyze ni digital or si electronic, is madali na lang niyang mabibigay yung information na nakuha na galing kay nanosensor. Naintindihan? Okay. So, ito yung mga example niya. Okay. So, let us proceed to the application in various field, which is including the tatlo. Meron tayong included ay three various field here. Ay apat pala. We have the medicine, sa medicine, agricultures, the environment, and security. Of course, number 1 is the medicine. To diagnose diseases. So, with these nanosensors, is nagagamit natin siya to diagnose diseases. In diagnosing, very important na malaman natin ng maaga yung sakit ng isang patient. Bakit? Kapag sa is kailangan natin na malaman natin kung ano yung sakit ng isang patient kasi para mas maaga pa natin kung ano yung sakit niya. Of course, malalaman din natin kung ano yung accurate na sakit ng isang patient. With that, hindi tayo magkakamali sa pagbigay ng isang gamot. Another is the agriculture. Sa agriculture is to monitor soils and product. Of course, mamomonitor natin kung yung soil ba is ano yung dahilan kung healthy ba yung soils, hindi ba maapektuhan yung mga product na makukuha natin doon. Yes, of course, the product. Sa product is na-discuss na ng mga last reporter or previous reporters about the mga food sensor. So, very understandable naman yan. Of course, the environment to detect the pollutions. With that nanosensors, magamit natin siya to detect the different pollutions, specifically sa hangin at sa tubig. Sa hangin, malalaman natin kung ano yung mga bacteria, pollution air, ganyan. And sa tubig naman kung ano yung mga nandun na mga substance na yun, dahilan kung bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng sakit. Another is sa security. Of course, the security is with these nanosensors is magiging knowledgeable tayo. Magiging knowledgeable tayo, and of course is malalaman natin na itong bagay na to is hindi maganda sa katawan natin. So that is may iwasan natin yung mga pangyayaring hindi dapat na nangyayari sa atin. Okay? So, next one is the ability to work on a small scales and ito pala is doon sa sa mga unique niya, which is sa figure niya. Tama ba? Okay, the ability to work on a small scales and nanovisibly due to their unique size. Dito guys is, itong nanosensor na to is, hindi na natin, for example, sa pagkuha or pag-detect ng isang sakit sa isang tao, is hindi na natin siya kailangan, for example, dito, di ba, sa skin natin. Hindi na natin kailangan, for example, dito sa pag-detect ng sakit. So, hindi na natin kailangan na sirain pa yung mga health tissue natin para makakuha ng sample in order to get the accurate informations na sakit ng isang tao. Kasi maliit kasi ito. So, idikit mo lang yan siya para siyang, malalaman mo na yung sakit ng isang tao. Let's proceed to the application of nanosensor. Okay. The nanosensors have become critical tools in various fields. They use nanotechnologies, can accurately detect changes on a scales and detect figures such as the high sensitivity, fast response, speed, and small dimensions. Yan yung mga gidiscuss ko kanina. Of course, their sensors have found wide applications in various fields, including medicine, the environment, the food industry, agriculture, security, and intelligence technologies. So, sa intelligent technology, of course, very helpful siya kasi, yun nga, nakukunik natin or nakukumbine natin yung mga nano sensor sa technology in order din so mas mabilis natin ma-detect or mas mabilis natin makuha yung accurate information ng isang isang sensor. So, next one is the application of nanosensor. Application of nanosensors is, ano yan? Application of nanosensors, number 1, we have the sensitivity. So, dito sa sensitivity is, parang yun lang din na discuss ko kanina, very sensitive. Of course, with that, this, applications, very sensitivity in their ability to detect and measure the change in concentration of analytes. So, ganun lang din sa pag-detect ng mga sakit, sa mga chemical substance sa isang area o sa water or sa air. So, very understandable naman siya. So, next one is accuracy. Of course, sinasabi nila na ang nanosensor is very accurate sa pagbibigay ng pagbibigay ng informations or pag-analyze sa information na nakuha ni nanosensor. Bakit? Kasi 'di ba sabi ko doon kanina is yung mga nanosensor natin is 'di ba nakokonek siya sa sa digital. With this, yung digital is babasahin niya yung information na nakuha ni nanosensor. Ang example din nito yung last na ginamit natin sa laboratory, yung kukunin natin yung pH ng different substance or different household liquid. Next one is response time. Okay, so ang important pala ng ng accuracy sa medicine, of course, accuracy sa medicine is very important siya kasi sa pagbigay ng gamot, kailangan accurate yung nakuha mong sakit. Kasi kapag hindi accurate yung nakuha mong sakit, hindi rin accurate yung mabibigay mo na gamot. With that is, ang maghihirap dito is yung mga patient natin. Next one is response time. Okay, sa response time naman is pagdating sa medicine, yung mga nanosensor kasi is very mabilis. Kapag let's see mga 2 minutes is nabibigay na niya yung information na hinahanap mo. Sa medicine, kailangan natin na mabilis na pag-respond. Why? Because kapag sa medicine is time is gold kasi yan. Mas mabilis natin malaman yung sakit, mas mabilis natin magagamutan yung sakit. Okay? And this is also same and vice versa to the environment of our society. And once again, I hope that you understand our discussion today. I am Imat P. Sango. And always remember that nanosensor, kahit gaano man kaliit ang isang bagay, minsan ito yung mas kailangan.